Here we go.
Hey Nuggy, how are you, mate?
Good, bro.
Mate, it's my pleasure to be here today and talk you through a few of your special moments, a little bit of a trip down memory lane.
Well, here we go, mate. Let's see it.
Across your back career, you've done so many fantastic things. It was a pleasure for me to play alongside you for so long. Your debut test. Now, what was Aaron Smith thinking back then?
Well, test one was an interesting one for me. It was super scary. That whole 2012 was just a whirlwind of just having a good year with the Highlanders, coming into those camps, rooming with Desi, Dan Carter. And he kind of let the cat out of the bag a bit by sort of saying, I'll see you next week. And I was like, does that mean you picked the team? To debut with him, all of you guys, half of you fellas had won the World Cup the year before. That first test was just amazing.
Pity he's there too. He's definitely someone you probably looked up to. He would have certainly tucked you under his wing early days.
And I think the year before, watching him dominate the World Cup, was pretty inspiring. And big Brian O'Driscoll fan, which is quite weird, but seeing him, I was starstruck by that. Pretty cliche, but just a dream come true.
Special, mate. I think probably for me, I remember you coming in and hadn't changed too much to a yappy bugger, eh? You can see here, getting into us forwards, as you did right from the outset. It was probably the first of many. I think we ended up maybe playing about 80-odd tests together, mate. And so probably didn't know it was going to be that way when you debuted. So debut against Ireland, then a couple of years later, or the next year actually, a pretty special moment in history, the opportunity to go unbeaten in the season.
History possibly about to be made here.
I've watched this play many a times. It's a crazy moment. Get out of there, Sam. I try to. And we get the penalty and we're off. And this is the closest I think to flow that we got into that year. And
here's Kieran Read.
It's actually incredible how long it takes, the phases that we went through.
Yeah. Oh,
and I think, did everyone in the team touch the ball? You'd know this because you...
Except Richie. I think he went to half the ruck, so he touched it there. Here we go. I thought you were going to throw the game away, which was coming up, when you and Bender have a little hooey.
Here's Kieran Read, got it back to Ben Smith.
There it is. And then my heart's thumping right now, Jesus.
Yeah, got the little tingles, eh?
Now they're close to the 22. Crowd all standing. What a moment this is.
Should have scored here, but the old missed pass.
Didn't want Rico to
Richie didn't want it. And then this brick from me, I just Hail Mary. Yep, nice. Cheers, Cruds. And then
it's
this
just a setup though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I thought this was it here. And then the runny bum pops at the crots.
Yes.
Go, Sleepy.
Ryan Crotty scores!
Oh my goodness!
It's 22 each.
How good. And you know Cruds quite well, obviously grew up with him and played with him through all the age groups and stuff. Ice in his veins or what?
And now it's all focus on Aaron Cruden for the perfect season. 14 from 14. The crowd not silent now. Again, they charged early. The kick is...
He'll get another go at it. He has to get another go. Yep.
Well,
he has to. That's the rules.
what drama. He gets another go.
Man, that first shot at it, but then the ref being able to say, hey, you get another one at it, the air in the stadium dropped. And I remember watching the kick, but I just had hunger. As soon as I kicked that second one, he was just, and it was like, we've done it.
Here he goes, Aaron Cruden. And this time, he's nailed it. And the All Blacks win. And they stay unbeaten through 2013. The first time it's happened in the professional era.
It was very special, and just to finish the year unbeaten.
How many times would you go 80 minutes or
Not many.
82 minutes in a game?
Yeah, not many. I think only a couple, really. A couple Africa ones, and then that one, really. So, looking back on my time in the All Blacks, thinking of that one time we were perfect, it's like pretty special.
I guess the mark of what is special as an 8 and a 9 in a rugby team. There's just always special relationships that you have, and I kind of sense it being a little bit telepathic.
Now Read goes. Kieran Read. Oh, to Smith. Gets the try, but how about the offload from Kieran Read?
Well, that was all you, thank you. Wales is one of my favourite ones where we rustied for Weiss.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, how do we score here? And we came up with a way that Thursday, Friday.
This is interesting, this formation. They've got Naholo in right behind the scrum, but they've had to leave Liam Williams out in case they go left, Wales. So is there a number advantage on the right?
Again, putting pressure on the Welsh scrum. Now they are coming left. Read pops the pass beautifully, and Naholo strolls over, and the All Blacks are in again.
Oh, but what an excellent pass. It looks simplistic, but what Kieran Read does and the amount of players he draws into him and the attention is what created this try. Lovely from Aaron Smith. Naholo finishes superbly, but Kieran Read, when he picks this up, he's got players around him, 2 of them tried to stop that pass, they couldn't, that freed the space.
And that was why the All Blacks had Naholo behind the base of the scrum, because they attracted the attention to the right and then went left at the right time. Beautifully worked set piece.
Yep, love it.
I kind of feel it too, like for myself, you need your 9 to be talking to you, because you got your head in the scrum, you're not sure what's happening. You don't know what the defence is doing, so you're my eyes and ears, and your ability to see the game and tell me exactly what I need to do, I was very thankful for. You can tell how much it means to me. Those are the special moments, eh?
That little thing that really gut punches teams is when it looks easy.
We do lots of these little things, don't we? Like there's time on the training paddock as a team, but little individual things.
The old raid move, Smithy came up with it against the Aussies at the World Cup, and they stopped it a couple of times.
Ben Smith up to Aaron Smith, back to Ben Smith. Oh my goodness.
Old Bender the Hungus is always hanging around.
Oh my goodness, what a try. What a try.
That night we were on fire, and done it a few times at the Highlanders. And then at Super Rugby, everyone would call out Raid to stop me and Bender doing it even there. So it was cool to know we'd done a move that changed it a little, showed something new. But that was Smithy, mate. Like Smithy was like, I reckon this will work, and he was right.
Got a big cup here, mate, the Bledisloe. We've drunk out of that a few times.
When I was growing up, it was a cup we didn't have. I remember being in the pubs with my old man. I was sitting on a crate, and Johnny was kicked the kit, you know.
This kick will decide the fate of the Bledisloe Cup. What a player, John Eales. His kick has retained the Bledisloe Cup.
That was when I was a rugby nut. And then to come into the All Blacks, and the team had held it the year before, and how much pride we put in the Bledisloe. And then this moment around our last one, I wanted to make sure, like your 10 years captain we talked about, you made sure that it locked away on your watch. I went harder in those couple of games to make sure that I did my part to hopefully get that moment, you know, for you and Richie. And those moments mean a lot to me. You play for cups, and that's the most special one outside the World Cup to us.
What coaches did you find had a massive impact on you coming up to 100 tests?
Steve Hansen was the guy for me. He picked me out of nowhere. Early in my career, I was very emotional, very passionate, a little bit feisty, and maybe get in the read a bit more. He really harnessed my energy around making me feel good, and if I didn't play very well, he was good. He stayed true to our team, and he'd say to me, I'm going to pick you, but make sure you back me up, you know, and I really like that.
Here's Aaron slipping. Up goes Aaron Smith. Brilliant.
2013, I had that second year syndrome hard. Came back to the Highlanders and I wanted to change everything to the All Blacks. This is how you do it, this is what you do. And it just buggered my game. And he rang me up a month before the June series against France and he's like, I'm gonna pick you, chill out. And then I was like, oh yeah, cool. So little moments like that.
Ben Smith. Clean break by Ben Smith. Links it up and Aaron Smith. What a try.
Just Steve was always there for me. He kind of knew how to probe me, but I think he liked that I was always honest. You know, in the reviews, he used to come at me pretty hard, but I'd give an honest response.
We all know.
Yeah, we'd have some good ding-dongs.
Plenty of people, wouldn't he?
There's a few of us that had the, bulletproof vest on, but yeah, Steve. And then obviously Fozzie's transgressed to head coach now, and our relationships, it's great, and he's helped me a lot around my game, knows what motivates me, and we have some pretty awesome open convos now, and I'm very blessed.
The World Cup's a pinnacle events.
Yeah, holy heck, eh? Oh, I'd watched it in 2011, and then to be in the group for the whole cycle. The one that Dan puts the bus in, that was our game, like speed of ball, LQB, and just playing rugby. That's the ones I get. Like, I'm not really good at fitness tests. Well, I'm a bit better now, but at the time, I was better at in a game, like getting to the ruck, passing the ball, and with the kind of ball and the play and how flat Dan would stand, and like that just suited me. And some of there was a real cool period there where our game plan was very simple. They just couldn't counter our speed and simple skills, and it's something I'll never forget around when I watch older games of sort of that 2014 to sort of 2016 was a very dominant time for us. Yeah, the memories, as we both know, after that World Cup and like that week was something I'll never forget, and it keeps me going now because I want that feeling again. And as I'm getting older and trying to push for another World Cup, it's sort of gets you going, because that's the energy, to try and do something.
Love that,
chase
mate.
that feeling,
Yeah, it's totally understand. You progress through your career, don't you, as an All Black, and as a leader now. This is our first game back as an All Black team after a bit of disruption. Don't know if I've seen it, don't argue from you before, but hey, how was that, mate?
It was a shock, mate. Same thing we were talking about before around those training park moves. And all week, Bridgie had gone to the open side, and I said right before this line out, just have a look left, bro. Who knows, Gooey, Finn,
nearly
only
fended
guy
yourself
smaller
out
than me,
into the stand, mate.
And then he didn't tackle me, and then on the ground, I'm like, oh my God, I scored. I scored like that, woo! I couldn't believe it. And I just was baffled. Talked to Richie that week, actually, and gone in a bit of detail around, like, what do you do when you get an open field? And he's like, I always do a goose step to buy time to see what they're doing. And I was like,
you didn't
oh my
have to
God.
see what they were doing here, weren't they? They're coming to tackle you.
Run, yeah. So I owe that to Richie and then Bridgie of saying all week at Thursday training, they never gave it to me. And then I said right before that lineup, just have a look left if it's on. And if I hadn't said that, would he have looked
Typical
left?
halfback, eh?
Just letting them know, eh?
One thing that stood out to me throughout playing with you was how infectious your ability to get the boys up, whether that was yelling, getting your clap on, getting in the ref's ear, just yelling and screaming. Where'd that come from? Was it just a halfback thing?
I don't know, but I love training. I love the preparation for a game, and every moment is a chance to win. And I love that part around whatever it is. I don't care if you're, my mother or father-in-law and we're playing snap or cards. It's like, I love competing.
Bridge sails through the gap. Now has he got support? He has from Aaron Smith. And the little halfback gets the second.
I just got a real passion for the moment around little victories. We get a scrum penalty here, I go nuts. You'd think we'd scored. I don't try to irritate, but I'm not scared to.
Do you think it does that?
Yeah, I hope so. And I just try to celebrate the little things. I love revving the forwards up. I know they don't love it all the time, but sometimes they need a little rev up. And if you get a little bark back from one of them, oh, would you just leave it alone or whatever? Okay, cool. Maybe I'm pushing it a bit far, but I probably haven't had that in a while. But
well, how many times did I have to calm you down on the field there?
Yeah, you give me the. I got the look here, especially against the Aussies and that. You'd be like, woo woo woo. Okay, yeah, sorry, bro. I'm just not scared to show my passion,
Mate, so you're a proud Māori.
Yep.
I know you really love doing the haka, but tell me about the first time leading haka as Kaya.
Yeah, it was amazing, mate. Love this moment, except for one little high-pitched crack I do. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Now I'm all good. But after this, I'd figured out with Pete, our physio, was that after the anthem, because I'd sing in the anthem hard, my mouth would go dry.
Haka, that one.
This is a goodie. First one of the year. It's always good. Look at that. Loms, the champ. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I spent a little bit of time at the front of the Niho,
Yep.
and you did too. What was that feeling like for you? Because for me, initially, it was quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But I love performing haka, and especially in those big games.
You know, with the Neho, me and TJ would always talk about where people go.
Yeah.
And obviously with different captains going into the spot and trying to make them feel good about it. You know, I remember convos we were having, and just like, I've got you back, bro, and I was always, you go on your right, and I was like, right here, cuz. Knowing that the guy that stands at the front is captain, in Dunedin was something I'll never forget. And after all my time in the All Blacks, I never thought was possible. It was a beautiful how it all led up, and being in Dunedin, a place that, you know, I owe a lot to, on the stadium that's kind of made my career. Just to be trusted with the job, Fozzie trusting me to lead our team, a team I love. I still don't know how to process it, that it happened. I think if I get another crack, I'll enjoy it a lot more, maybe, or enjoy it in the sense of, but I was so thinking of the calibre of men that have led our team, it just, yeah, it shocks me, and it actually makes me a bit lost for words, which is pretty unique.
It's a funny one, eh? It's actually the first time I captained the All Blacks, the same as you're more nervous for that game. It was like you're having your debut again, wasn't it? You're getting all these messages from people again, suddenly through the week that, you know, you've been playing for so long that now you don't get those messages that you used to get. Those first 10, 20 tests, you get a text from everyone.
Yeah.
But then as you get 50, then it's more, then it's just routine. No one texts you to wish you good luck anymore. So becoming, you know, the captain for the first time was, you know.
I still can't believe it happened, to be honest, Reader. Like, I never thought a cheeky Māori boy from Fielding could captain All Blacks.
You certainly can, mate. How cool, eh?
Yeah.
So special. You should be so proud. And I know your family is proud too, eh?
Hard.
I think it's the mana of the person within the All Blacks, it shows how much you've got. 100 tests, what's that going to mean?
I think I remember after my 50th test thinking, what if, why not? Could you? Do you want to? Are you willing to? And that challenge inside me burned, and it's hard to admit, but it's what I really wanted. I wanted to be in that club. I wanted to wear a silver cap. I want to be at that table of that type of All Black. I saw 4 or 5 guys get 100. I think it really showed that there's a possibility, you know. You guys showed the way that it's possible. There hasn't been a halfback yet, and it hasn't happened yet, and I can't wait.
Well, mate, for myself, I can't wait to see you run out in front of the boys. You're a great New Zealander at what you do. You've shown maturity. You know, you've grown throughout those 100 tests. So, mate, thank you for what you've given, and there's still plenty more to come, but, you know, you're going to be welcomed into an exclusive club, and you're going to add a lot to that club. So, congratulations, and it's going to be very special.
Thank you, my bro. And, yeah, you mean the world to me, and thank you for everything you've done for me, and that's why we're doing this. That's why I chose you, and that's why hopefully we watch this video back and there's a video of you putting a cap on my head.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, mate.